Day two of the Solution Summit 2025 here in the beautiful Colorado Springs has come to an end. My name is Adam Robertson. I'm EDPMA's Director of Marketing. Standing next to me is the wonderful Dr. Brault, who is now moving to our immediate past here. Dr. Brault, thank you for taking the time to talk with me today.
Yes, thank you, Adam. Yeah, it's a little sad, a little bittersweet to be ending 10 years of service to this organization. It's really been an honor to serve EDPMA and its membership, and it's been wonderful, really working with phenomenal subject matter experts and A-level people. I've really learned so much in this role, and if I had to pick one thing, really just one thing, the no surprises at the law, of course, not the rollout. But we could see as we were moving along, and each state was trying to enact their version of a ban on balanced billing, and some were reasonable and some were just terrible for our membership, really devastating. What we needed was a federal solution, and that was a multi-year compromise and negotiation, and the law itself kind of worked out. It really was what we wanted, which was a dispute resolution process in which we would have a chance to sort of, have a level playing field with the payers. Hopefully, kind of working it through so that we would stay in network at a rate which allowed our business models to function and allow us to staff our departments with resources that were necessary for our patients. And so, while the administration, the rollout of it didn't work out the way we wanted, the law, really, I was quite proud of.
And as we're talking to people here this year, that is a hot topic. Definitely a huge accomplishment recently of EDPMA's. Over the past couple of years, how has EDPMA evolved?
Yeah, really, when I look back at what I did in 2015, what the organization did, certainly a lot of advocacy, but more in terms of letter writing and a few meetings, sort of administrative level meetings. And now we've really evolved into the source of advocacy for the reimbursement model, the business model of emergency medicine. Right, the model is really, frankly, under such strain for lots of different reasons. And so through lots of different activities, whether that's data gathering, I'm supporting EMPI and the soon-to-be released RAND study, letter writing, meetings, some really kind of advocacy level work that, it takes years and then it moves within minutes. And so some of our members meeting with Secretary Kennedy and getting the audit report released, right? So it's really been quite something.
Really important work. Why is it important for people to be at Solution Summit?
This is a place where you'll form your networks, right? So that's really kind of been lost with, whether it's the, online education, whatever. But when you come here, right, you sit shoulder to shoulder with A-level people, subject matter experts who are just like you, trying to solution through what are really tough challenges in today's market. And we all come through the door, we take up our competitor hats, and we talk about, hey, how can we solve this together? And sometimes it's, a solution for today, and other times it's planning kind of, years out. Where do we want to be, and what are the steps today that we're going to take to kind of get to that different place years from now?
Perfect. Nothing beats that in-person connection. You said something that was really important. You take off your competitor hats, right? EDPMA is a trade association, so if everyone coming here to really work together to advance our field. Well, EDPMA is more than just Solution Summit, right? It's year-round benefits to our members, and of course, work for our field. Why should organizations become members?
Yeah, so if you are in the space of emergency medicine, like the business model of emergency medicine, several reasons. One, it helps validate that you are on the right path, right? Sometimes the roadmap's super clear, right? Whether it be a regulation or a compliance issue, sometimes the roadmap's super clear. Other times there is a space of interpretation. And so when you join EDPMA, whether it's through committee work or through Solution Summit or RCM or our webinars, you can validate that you have made the right decision. You have set up the right operations or program or whatever the process was. And then two, right, you can use the committees, the RCM workshop to help educate your employees. Like when I hear of an organization that's not a member, I think, how do you know you're on the right path? How do you educate your employees? Like, it's always kind of exciting for me, kind of proud when I'm in a community meeting and I hear a question and I think, hey, that person works for me. I'm like, yeah, raise your hand, ask questions. I love that.
Yes. What's important is that if your organization becomes a member of EDPMA, all of your employees get those benefits. Dr. Brault, any words to Dr. Fortenthal as he officially becomes our chair?
Yeah, and we touched on it that compared to years ago, the opportunity, but also the weight of the role has really picked up. I mean, it went from a handful of hours a month to 10, 15 hours a week, right? Because there's just so much activity around the business model and emergency medicine, and we're really at the heart of that. And so, my advice to Bill, and he's already got it. Like it's a 2-year run-up in our organization. You spend 2 years getting ready, so he's already got the understanding of create balance, create some boundaries and lean on people. So, I'll spend 2 years as past chair, and so he knows he can count on me, and he's got other sort of expert resources that he can lean on to say, hey, you just take this because I'm going to be over here working on this thing.
Fantastic, Dr. Brault. Thank you for your years of service. Of course, we know that we will be around, and we wish Dr. Fortenthal all the best.
Yes, absolutely.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.